Here's an example of a business that probably shouldn't be spending their money on Google Ads. This is a plumber who specializes in toilet replacement and repair, and he's had some initial success with his own ads. He got 2 jobs out of 27 clicks, which is not terrible, but this is very early days, and we won't extrapolate that data into anything like a prediction. The problem, as he correctly points out, is that the cost per click in the plumbing world is expensive. He was paying $24.60 per click, which is quite conceivable. A couple of problems here. The first one is one of profitability. His average job brings in about $400 in gross profit. I don't quite know what that means in the plumbing business. Is he counting his labor in that? Who knows? But anyway, assuming that this is a beginner advertising on his own without any help from anybody else against big national brands over here. Assuming that he can get lucky and he can hit a 10% click to lead conversion rate. That means that, and just working off his current $24.60, so that means each lead will cost him $240. Remember, his profit is only $400, and you're not going to sell every single lead. In a plumbing business, especially if it's emergency stuff like toilet replacement and repair, you'll probably have a high conversion rate. But let's just assume that he sells 50% of his leads. So one lead will cost him $240. He's going to close one job out of every 2 leads. So that's $480 per job that he wins. But his average job only brings in $400 gross profit. So there needs to be he needs to be closing a lot more and reducing his cost per lead, which is going to be difficult on his own as a beginner, competing against the big brands. There's another problem over here. So the first problem, profitability. The second problem is that when you're in a service business and you do a small subset of the services somebody in that business offers. So in his case, he does toilet replacement and repair, but a plumber will also do taps, block drains, bathroom renovation. You know, a plumber's got a lot of things that they can do. He's only doing a tiny thing. The reason that's difficult in Google Ads, let's go and have a quick look over here. This is Google Trends. It shows the search interest over time. So I've just mapped it out for a year over here. The red line is people searching for a plumber. The blue line is people searching for toilet repair. And you can see that there's far, far more searches for people who are looking for a plumber. They don't specifically say, I'm looking for toilet repair. I'm looking for a plumber because I have a toilet problem. This makes it very difficult because there's hardly any search volume specifically for toilet repair. So we're looking at 2 searches versus 100 searches. So 2% of that search volume. If he advertises for people looking for plumbers, he will find some toilet repair clients in that, but he's also going to find a whole bunch of clients looking for plumbers for doing taps and drains and bathroom renovations and all of those things. So that's the one problem. Very difficult to be a specialist in a generalist service. That brings us to the C part of the client framework. So the client framework sets out what you need to have in place in order for your business to be successful generating leads on Google Ads. So it's clicks, landing page, insight, engage, leads, nudge, and track. But in this case, we're looking at the clicks are the problem. He's not going to be able to get enough people, enough of the right kind of people looking for toilet repair, clicking on his ads at a price that he can afford.